ba-da-dum, boom, boom, 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 ba-da-dum. They snuck into the kitchen when no one was looking.
Look out, Mama, it's Danger Man cooking.
Welcome to Danger Men Cooking. We're here today at the Dorset Farmers Market. I'm here with Gary the chef. We're going to be talking to vendors, the public, sampling some of the produce, the meats. We've got this beautiful chicken here from Ryan next door. Free-range chicken, very special, which he'll tell you about later. We're going to let the maestro do his thing, and we're going to get into some interviews, and thank you guys for watching.
Thank you. I'm Ryan Yoder. Yoder Farm is our farm. We're up in Danby, Vermont. We rent from a place called Smoky House Center. And we grow a bunch of different produce and vegetables, raspberries and strawberries. We grow popcorn, we grow dry beans, and we got chickens for meat. So those are our basic crops. And we do a bunch of apple products as well. We make vinegar and sell applesauce and ketchup and apple butter. We've been farming for about 4 years. This is the 4th year. We raise it's what's called a Freedom Ranger. It's a different kind of meat chicken than what people are generally accustomed to. It tends to be a lot more dense. The meat's darker and more flavorful than your typical what's called a Cornish cross. Our chickens actually taste like chicken. So on top of that, we raise them on pasture. We feed them a non-GMO feed. Yeah, we process all the chickens ourselves, clean them ourselves, and freeze them and bring them to market. Really, people who eat them come back for more.
My name is Dan Brown. I'm President and CEO of Foxfire Energy Corporation. I play here as a musician because this is one of the best markets. This is one of the most appreciative crowds that we've found. We've played a bunch of farmers markets and we winnowed it down to a couple of them, and this is one of them. They load us down with produce when we leave. I mean, it's incredible. The people here, and it's amazing. This is so Vermont. It really warms my heart. This is the Vermont I grew up in.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Courtney with Taking Root. I do a blend of medicinal teas and tinctures, salves, syrups, fire cider. I have a garden in Rutland, and I try and wild harvest as many of the herbs that I can. So many of them already grow in Vermont. And I'm here because I really believe that not only our food should be local, but also our medicine. And so I just bring the kind of the farmers market pharmacy. So people are here to be able to discuss different ailments that they might be having or different needs and support, and try to meet those needs with local herbs. And I've been at Dorset here. This is my 1st year, and I love it. And I just think this is a really great community to be part of.
I do. I come as often as I can, which is most weeks. Just if I'm out of town, I miss a week. But other than that, I come pretty much every week.
We're hearing from people that they love just to come to see all their friends. A lot of their friends are the people that are growing this food, and that's a big part of it.
That's true. We get to see the same farmers week after week, so you get to know your farmers. It's nice to see sort of the seasonal change of what's available, and just see what different farmers do, even not just week to week, but over the years.
I'm Nana Sandy, and I have a line of specialty foods, starting with pickled beets, pickles, 3 kinds of mustards. I make all these products in my kitchen in Manchester, and we have samples of everything. We have the horseradish jelly, pepper jelly, garlic jelly, purple basil jelly, and mint jelly, and we have American doll clothes that I knit with leftover yarn. We love the market. It's very festive. People have a good time. Everybody's smiling.
Hi, I'm Michelle Harrington, and I'm Tanner Hill Flower Farm. We're in Whitehall, New York, Washington County. I'm an organic flower farm, growing and selling arrangements, cut flowers, and perennials. And I love the Dorset market. I've been here since it started.
So my name's Maya Zelkin. I'm from Shrewsbury, Vermont, and I have a studio and wood burning kiln there where I make the pottery. It's all high temperature stoneware and porcelain, functional, food safe. And I specifically make these fermenting crocks. I don't know if you can take a look at that's an item that I make especially related to the farmer's market. These pickle crocks that have for making sauerkraut and kimchi or any fermented food. And I do make sauerkraut and kimchi in my ceramic crocks for sale at the market, and that's cabbage. It's an Asian style sauerkraut basically, naturally fermented with salt, no vinegar. And the vinegar-free pickles are especially healthy because they are fermented lacto fermentation, so they create lactic acid as opposed to acetic acid, which is in vinegar pickles and not as healthy for our bodies. And if you do consume these vegetables raw, they aid with digestion and all that, and pair well with protein food and fat food especially.
We're here at Dorset Farmers Market. Do you come often?
We come every week, and in the winter, we come every time we're up here when it's down in the JK.
Yes, in the winter time, that's right, inside. And what do you like special about Dorset Market?
Well, I mean, once the vegetables are in, it's absolutely the place to go. We love green markets. We're in Brooklyn, and in 1983 they started the green market push, and not too far away from where we live in downtown Brooklyn, farmers started showing up with pickup trucks.
Great.
And now it's like it is actually like this.
It's wonderful to see how it's grown over the years and how people love it as a community event now.
But you get, I mean, first of all, you get absolutely beautiful fresh produce, and now everything from meat, lots of bakeries, the bread. It's pretty much all the things that we really appreciate, and that you're not going to find in the supermarket. I don't care how good it is.
No, I agree. Thank you so much
It was
for
a
telling
pleasure.
everyone, because it's true.
Come to the green market. There is no other way to say it.
Thank you.
We are Someday Farm. I'm Mara, this is Eben. And we are the only farm at Dorset Market that's straight here in Dorset. So we really are proud of that, and we like the variety of products at this market, from cheeses to vegetables to canned goods to soaps. But we are really proud of being the only Dorset farm right here. And we are located just over the hill in East Dorset on Dorset Hill Road. But we also are located
just down here past Dorset Field Club, 3 Farm, which 3 Farm, I've started up my pheasant business, really ramped up pheasant production. Now the turkeys are down there, which we plan 3 different varieties of cover for the turkeys, really taking them to a whole new, I guess, quality level, to free range. And the pheasants plan 3 different varieties of cover crop for them, and we sell those to restaurants in the area, as well as Dorset Farmers Market here. And then the other part of the farm, my mom, Scout Croft, she sells Wednesday and Saturday at J.K. Adams at the farm stand.
Well, we're really excited about having local poultry accessible to everybody, especially birds that are eating non-GMO feed but also on real pasture, and being sold to our local customers, not being trucked out of state, or very fresh.
Fresh from, we start out with chickens, processing chickens first.
In June.
Beginning of June, I would say. And then we close down our processing facility the 1st of January. And we have a Vermont state exempt inspected processing facility, which is one of the only in the state, which we're very proud of. We're able to get inspected chickens out. We invite people around the processing room, show them what we do, so they know exactly where their meat's coming from, and exactly how it's being processed.
So my name's Tico Filik. My parents and my sister and I own Naga Bakehouse. We're in Middletown Springs, Vermont. We have an Alan Scott oven originally. He's a famous oven builder from New Zealand. So he came and helped us build our oven, and then we got a replacement oven built by Peter Moore. It's a huge wood-fired oven, probably bigger than this tent. And we make wood-fired breads, all sourdough. So this over here is filled with kale, garlic, Parmesan cheese, and olive oil, apples and cinnamon. This one is peaches and cheddar, blueberries and ricotta cheese.
Yep.
So garlic, greens, and mozzarella, tomato, garlic, cheddar, pears and gorgonzola, and then peaches and cheddar.
Hi Kendall, how are you? We're here at the Dorset Market today. Do you come here often?
Yeah.
You do? And what's your favorite part about the market?
I don't know. Well, I really like. See, I know I have a lot of favorite parts. I just like walking around and looking at everything. It's really fun.
Do you see friends?
Well, not usually, but sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. And I hope you end up with a carrot or an apple or something yummy to eat. Yes? Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
I'm Sue Cat, and I'm with Two Dog Farm. We lease at Smoky House Center in Danby, Vermont. And we make maple syrup. We have a herd of Angus Hereford Cross cows, so we have grass-fed beef. We also are leasing an acre of high bush blueberries, and so we have blueberries at the market, and we also do U-Pick. And we have an acre of certified organic vegetables.
I'm Rich Strange from Second Nature Herb Farm. My partner Ellen and I have been doing this for about 10 years now, and we've been horticulturists for 30 plus years. We just love the growing part of it. We grow everything organically in our greenhouses. We start things in February and March from our own cuttings and move things along, and here they are ready for market. The Dorset Market's a great place to be. Everybody here, we all work together to make this the best market we can for the public and for everybody involved. So it's been a great time. I've been in this market about 6-7 years now, and I'm plan to be here for many more.
Okay. Hi Karen, I'm so glad that you're willing to talk. We're really interested in showing off our marketplace here, and are you a regular here at the Dorset Market?
I would say so. Most Sundays it's like a family affair. So even if we don't need anything, we just kind of come and enjoy the scenes.
That's so great, isn't it? It's grown beautifully. We've watched it over a number of years, and it's really gotten a kind of fame, I think, now. And so what do you like best?
Seeing everyone in my community. You know, a lot of my kind of mommy friends, we all have the same age kids, are vendors here, so it's kind of fun to visit them, and like I said before, even when we don't really need anything, we just like to come and get a little snack and enjoy like a family thing.
So your children come also?
Yeah, they're little, you know.
Oh, but what a great way to grow up. So they're learning about the food. Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
From the beginning.
And it's kind of like, it's become that my kids now get excited about the plums or the apples, which is kind of nice.
Here we are with Karen at the Pine Woods Farm. And Karen's been at the Dorset Market for many years, and she's going to tell us what she does.
We raise pastured pork and grass-fed beef, and we're also doing some hot food at the market featuring our meats. Today I have speedies, which are marinated pork kebabs. I have our blue ribbon bratwurst that has been simmered in beer and with sauerkraut, and I have a breakfast burrito featuring our mild breakfast sausage, our own eggs, and consider Bardwell Pollock cheese.
And everything is organic.
We're organically grown, we're humanely raised, we're out on pasture, and
Himmel, and we are with Chris Himmel at the Dorset Farmers Market, and Chris obviously knows what he's doing with his flower. So Chris, why don't you tell us something about him?
My wife and I have been growing perennials for over 25 years for the markets. We don't do retail other than at Dorset and Rutland. It's all perennials, only perennials, some herbs. Well, I've been doing the market since it started when I was at the Dorset Playhouse, and one of the original members, and just keep doing it. This is my retail outlet. I like to talk, I like to work with people.
Hi Barbara, we're so happy to have you here at Dorset Market, and we're wondering, do you come here often?
I come here as often as I can. When I'm in town, I love coming to the Dorset Market. I think it's one of my favorites.
it's such a special place. A lot of people are telling us they love just to come and have the camaraderie of all the community.
It's true. You see so many people you know, and the combination of vendors is great. I always find wonderful things here. I love the location.
So here we are at the Lewis Wade Farm, and this is
Nancy Brown.
Nancy Brown.
And my husband Alan own the farm and run it with his son
And Wadeville Farm is located where?
in Greenwich, New York, just over the mountain here.
Oh, okay. So tell us about what your products are.
Well, we raise beef on totally grass-fed on our 450-acre organic farm. We raise pigs in a 5 to 6 acre pasture.
A nice New York strip. Very lean.
We've bred our herd with Devon and many of the other good grazer cattle. The beautiful red color comes from the beta-carotene that they gather and store in their bodies and from all the grasses, the forage that they eat.
Carotene.
Beta-carotene, like the oranges of carrots and the oranges of squashes, those kinds of things. So
great.
Good for you.
Very good. Good for you. Come and get some.
No GMO influences.
We have some pork.
We have some pork here too.
Oh yeah.
Sausages.
Right here.
Pork sausages are juicier than the beef because pork has more fat.
More fat.
Fat is flavor, and the good fats for you from where they have the forage and other more blended diet are actually beneficial.
These are really great. Wade Farm.
It could be one of the complaints people have about grass-fed meats because they're so lean they tend to overcook them, and that makes them chewy. You need to use lower heat or faster cooking techniques.
I got mostly apples. That's what we grow. We are apple growers. And we have about 40 acres of apple trees. And then some land that we try to grow vegetables on.
3 pounds.
But
and the chuck is
still, the fruit is our main product.
Look at these beautiful apples.
That's right.
These are
Crispins.
Crispins. And look at all these. So you have all of these varieties?
All these varieties that I've kept in our coolers all season. Now we're starting the new crop with Ginger Gold and Early Max.
So, okay, and so besides apples, we have fresh veggies.
Yes, very nice tasting tomatoes.
And some, what kind of jam is this?
This is a blueberry black currant jam.
Blueberry black,
Everything we make is in small batches, so very few, you don't find it every week. It's, one makes this, one makes that.
I bet this is delicious.
That's why.
Why don't you try it?
I will. I'm going to buy some. So, Saratoga. And don't forget to come pick apples in the fall. And where is that located exactly?
Route 29, just west of Canada.
Okay, Route 29. Thank you very much.
And we're with 2 of the vendors who have been here. They're in fact veterans. We're going to call them veterans today. Bonnie and Oliver from Earth Sky Time. We've also done a program right at their farm, and so they can tell us what do you love about this farmers market?
It's busy.
And
well, the timing is good, and the spot is high visibility, and we get lots of locals as well as people that are up here from out of town, and it's the hoppinest, funnest of the markets, possibly.
And it's built over the years, huh?
Yeah.
So the reputation now has built, and I see more and more people coming out. A lot of people are telling me they come just because they see their friends, even if they don't need to buy anything.
Right. It's also a social circuit for us, because for me, especially, I'm mostly making food in the kitchen, and so the farmers market days are are my most fun days because it's just really nice with vendors and with our local customers that we see week after week after week. It's just so much fun. It's so nice.
Tell us what your name is and what you like about this market.
Cookies.
The cookies?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Cosmo.
What kind of cookies do you like?
Miss Cutty.
My name is Kate Barcelos. I'm the Associate Sales Manager for Putney Mountain Winery in Putney, Vermont. We make all fruit wines and made from local fruit. So I can quite literally tell you where each fruit was grown and by whom. This is our Simply Blueberry, and again I told you that we use only local fruit. This is considered a semi-dry, 2% residual sugar, aged for 13 months, made with local blueberries. Fruit forward, but a very tannic finish.
There we go.
I find this goes well with Manchego style cheeses.
That's really blueberry.
We have 3 permanent locations. We have our winery that's in Putney, and then we have our Windsor location right next to Harpoon Brewery, and then we have our Queechee location, which is inside the Queechee Antique Mall. I enjoy this market because it's small, and in doing markets that are like small and very like close-knit, people actually become more or less like a family. You'd be surprised how many vendors actually will call each other during the week in preparation for the market on Saturday or Sunday.
So I'm here with Angela Miller.
Hi, Stephen.
Angela was our Danger Men Cooking's first show. Consider Bardwell Farm. The farm has grown, and Angela's got some incredible news that I will let her introduce. What just happened?
This week at the American Cheese Society Conference, our Rupert got a blue ribbon in the category of washed rind cheeses, and Vermont stole the show. One blue ribbon. You got it straight.
Well, my name is Susan Leader. I've been a potter for 45 years. I grew up in Vermont, and I'm really proud that somehow or other we've managed to survive as craftspeople. And I was one of the original vendors at the Dorset Farmers Market, and always been so impressed and happy at the warm welcome that Dorset has given us right from the beginning, and now it's my favorite market on earth, and it's wonderful. And I make my pottery. I have my pottery that is iconic with my designs, and then I have this new pottery which is more earthenware, and this is my new baby for 2014.
So here we are at
Pitchfork
Preserves with Melissa. And she's from Paulette, and tell us about what you're doing here.
We have 2 sides of our operation. One of it is beekeeping. We have 49 hives out in Paulette. We love bees, we love honey, we love beeswax candles, and then we have jams and pickles and barbecue sauces and fruit syrups. We use local ingredients from a lot of the farmers at the market here. That's very important to us. We love this market. It's the only one we do.
And can you tell us something about this honey? Is this like a wildflower honey, or
where our bees are is in the middle of nowhere, so we consider it a woodland honey.
Woodland honey.
Yep, there's some fields which have clover and stuff like that, and then there's wildflowers which grow in the woods, and it has a very distinct flavor. So we have pickles and jams. A lot of these recipes were my grandmother's. We use local cucumbers and stuff like that. All of our jams are low sugar. Fresh fruit is always our first ingredient. And our pickles are very special. They're very popular. We have a sweet bread and butter pickle, we have spicy spears, we have sour pickles. We also have pickle and cucumber relish, which is very popular.
And can you tell us about the marmalade that we're using to glaze our chicken?
So that is a very special marmalade. Each batch is cooked for about 5 hours. We use oranges when they're at the peak of their season, and we get them organic oranges shipped fresh from the supplier. And then we cook them down for a very long time, about 4 to 5 hours a batch. We don't use pectin in our marmalade, so it's very special. It's great on game birds, duck, chicken, and stuff like that. Orange is a customer favorite.
And we use that to barbecue our chicken. It's gonna be good. Yeah, so now here we are at the creperie, and what's the official name?
This is Trifolium Farm.
And so they make crepes, and this one Ben has just put out mushroom crepe. A mushroom crepe.
It's got our
little
fresh
salad.
shiitake mushrooms that we grow. We've got the shiitakes on the log over there, and our own greens as a little side salad. The honey and garlic is really nice. We take our own honey and fresh garlic, and that's a sweet one. We've got Yoda raspberries with dark chocolate. We use Saratoga apples, and today we have Sky Time tomatoes. And
Oh, great.
yeah,
Great.
it's all about farm to food truck.
Look at that. A chocolate raspberry crepe.
Ron, good to see you. We're here at Williams' store, and it's the Dorset Farmers Market. And I'm wondering, do you come here on a regular basis?
Every week.
Every week.
Yes.
And what is special about this? So many people are telling us they come even just to see their friends.
Well, that's a primary aspect of it, and there are so few real community events that happen every week, and this is one of them.
This is one of them, yeah. And you get to know your farmer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you're probably growing some of your own food anyhow.
Most of the greens we grow, but obviously cheese, chicken, eggs, things like that.
All the
this is our
others.
dependable source.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, good.
So, we're going to grill one of his chickens, like he just said. And so, what we're going to do is cut this chicken up and marinate it with a concoction made from one of the local people here. So, we're going to take this baby apart, and I'm going to start back here and take that wing off with a little chunk of white meat because it's a nice portion. So we're going to do that to both sides.
Is that sharp enough?
Here we go. These knives are just a little dull. But if you catch it at the right place, you don't have to do that. So here's the other wing. And now we're going to take this leg off. We break it apart so we can see that bone. Leg. And we do the same thing to the other side. Try to break it apart. Find that bone. Cheese. There's no cheese here at the Dorset Farmers Market. Absolutely. It's all really good stuff, including the cheese. And now we're going to take this breast apart. Going to take it off the backbone there. And then we're just going to I don't know if I can do this with these knives. We're going to take this, and there you go. We'll deal with this later with a sharper knife. And now we're going to put this into the bowl, and we're going to make.
We've got olive oil. We've got soy sauce.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to make a marinade using raw local wildflower honey and orange marmalade from Pitchfork Preserves. Is that correct?
In Pollock.
In Pollock. And the first thing we're going to do, though, is get a little of that black pepper and soy sauce. Now we're going to throw some soy sauce in here to activate the chemicals in the chicken that will help it absorb the other marinade. We're going to put a little pepper in here, black pepper. And then we're going to add some honey. And then some orange marmalade. And then a little olive oil. Okay, so we have all of these ingredients in with the chicken, and we're going to mix it up. And then we're going to let it sit. Here we are, nice marinade, and now we're going to put it on the grill, and we'll be back with you in half hour at least, and we'll have some. Okay, so we have cut the chicken up, and now we have marinated it. And now we are going to barbecue. So we have a nice little grill going. And we're going to put a nice piece right on. Voila. We're going to start with just a couple pieces at a time. Make sure that the heat is nice and hot. And when you're grilling outside, you have to make sure you let the heat really crispen up that chicken skin. And then flip it over, but make sure that that first side is really crisp. And then, in addition to the chicken, we're going to grill some potatoes. And so we've cut them in half and marinated them in olive oil with herbs and fresh garlic. And we're going to just let these sit around on the edge of the grill. And we're going to create a fun little design somehow. This is like, oh, I know what we're doing here. This is a clock. So, here we are at noon. When the big hand gets on 12 and the little hand gets wherever it's supposed to go in 20 minutes, we'll be right here. The wing is pointing that way, so come on back. We're finishing the marination on the chicken. We have been basting it. And
what do you based it on?
Well, it's based on this progress of the way they've been making soy sauce. And so we have this soy sauce, and we're going to rub in a little of that marmalade with the soy sauce. And as you can see, things are looking pretty good.
And the neighbors are saying, when is it ready?
We're going to start a riot here, a food riot. They're going to be clamoring for more, more, more. So the suspense is killing us. We have chicken on the grill. Voila! Doesn't that look good? Hey! Doesn't that look good? Yes, she said yes. She said yes.
Come on.
So, here we go. Thank you. We have our delicately roasted potatoes. And first we're going to cut up some chicken.
Give him the fork. Oh boy.
Okay.
He's got a fork behind the grill. Oh, beautiful.
A little bone there, but we have some nice meat
Ryan
there.
wants his leg anyway.
Okay. And who wants a piece of chicken?
Ryan does.
Ryan!
Ryan!
Following Ryan!
Wait a minute.
Give him a plate. He's busy.
Okay. So we'll pretend Ryan had his chicken. So we're going to plate the rest of this chicken on a platter that was donated for this occasion
By Susan.
And Brian's going to tell us, who was this platter made by?
Susan Leader.
Susan Leader?
This is Susan's platter.
Susan's platter.
Susan's platter, our chicken.
Okay.
Our chicken.
There's a fork behind
Did
the
you hear him?
grill
It was his chicken.
Yep. I
All
can
of them.
interpret that. All
How
of
does
them.
that look?
That is gorgeous. This is like, holy smokes. What is on there?
So we have here a special concoction that we put together on the spur of the moment. We were improvising. Here you are. Now we want evidence.
Chicken leg.
Yes.
I'll even eat my own chicken.
Don't worry. He didn't grow this. It's not his. Tell the crowd, what do you think of that chicken?
Ah!
You heard it!
Go back!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can get another ah.
Oh, I can.
Only if you say ah.
Superb! Ah! But you're gonna see the chicken if I open my mouth.
Need one more person to give. Big one.
Wow.
I know we got an almost lost a finger.
I like it. Isn't that good? Super.
So,
say
so we have success. We've had a wow, an ah, and a yow. So, you all come back to the Dorset. Where are we? The Dorset Farmers Market.
Hey, this is Melissa back with you from Pitchfork Preserves. Today is one of the last farmers markets outside, and we will be moving inside to J.K. Adams after Columbus Day. It's a great spot to come and do your holiday shopping, as well as pick out any local provisions you need. The winter market runs all the way until Mother's Day, when we then come back outside. It's a great little spot. The wood shop's very inviting, and there's lots of unique gifts, as well as some wonderful food and other amazing things that you should definitely take the time and come check out.
Dance all night with the